this is what they said, Rihanna did. This is what they said, Jay-Z did. They say Jay-Z pretty much in Crazy in Love was bringing his wife into the game as she died in the car crash and she was reborn. Yeah, you are crazy in love. And of course you got Lady Gaga, who stole her image from a friend, but Lady Gaga, who definitely, her and Beyonce had a video where they were poisoning people's food. And we're all dancing to this and singing, and yeah, she poisoned our food and all the people died. Excuse me, that isn't a new idea. What, Jim Jones, anybody? Does anybody watch the series on Jim Jones and see, not the series, but watch the movie on Jim Jones and what he did to the people and how he led them astray with the Kool-Aid? This can go on and on and on. And we have people, and definitely look at Katy Perry. Katy Perry has said that she sold her soul to the devil. Now, this is a huge issue for me because I am a Christian and I am not a perfect Christian. I have done things that definitely are not of God. But one thing that I am definitely, and that is afraid of God. I am terrified of the Lord. And this always brings me back to the reality that I am going to die. Katy Perry was a Christian. She grew up in a Christian home, mother and father Christian, and she even says it in a few of her videos. She says, I pretty much sold my soul to the devil. Do you know what it is to be a Christian and say that? Do you know what you are denying yourself of? You know what you're committing yourself to? This is a very, very serious offense in the heavenly realm. This is something that's very hard to come back from. This is where they were talking about people who were turning away, and people who were starting to get in the strange flesh like they did in the days of Sodom and Gomorrah, where, in the porn industry, Sodom and Gomorrah, strange flesh, and how we've looked at it and we've let those spirits into our heads, into our house. Are we still doing that listening to our music? Are we doing that? Why do we wear shirts that have the Eye of Horus in the pyramid on it? Why do we do this? Even in our comic books, we have, people talking about the Illuminati. This power is pretty much everywhere, and it's in almost everything. I mean, you look around, and if it has anything to do with music, you're gonna see, the Masonic symbols. I didn't even know what the Masons were until somebody, told me I had something on that looked like the Masons when I was 18. And you know what? It was an army recruiter. I was 18 and he said, that pin you had on is a Masonic symbol. He recognized it. I took it off immediately because I don't want nothing to do with that. So we have to ask ourselves, who is the Illuminati? How do we protect our children, ourselves, protect our ears, protect our souls, protect our lives the best we can from this benevolent force that is written on our dollar bills? We have to have money, don't we? Don't we have to have money? We have to use it. I mean, are we being, inadvertently practitioners of the Illuminati because we have to use the dollar? Is the dollar almighty? Because it says the almighty dollar, but it also says in God we trust. In what God? In what God do we trust? I mean, we have to examine ourselves. This is what the scriptures say. I mean, once you start talking too much about the Illuminati, things start to happen, especially if you get into Hollywood like Cat Williams did. Cat Williams started talking about the Illuminati, and what happened? The police pretty much came to his RV and raided his RV over an argument that he had with some people outside of the RV who drew a gun on him, but they say he drew a gun on them. Remember Cat Williams, you listen to a lot of his comedy, he talks about the Illuminati. He talked about how he was invited to a party, and when he was invited to that party, he started to see things that he really wasn't supposed to see. He saw, people that are very popular and powerful people practicing things that they weren't supposed to. So this is Tone 202, asking you once again, who is the Illuminati? What can we do about it? Look here, look at Willow with a hand over her eye. This means the Eye of Horus. You'll see this all through the music industry. You'll see the people holding up, the OK sign over their face, the 666. Look at Drake, who also is holding up the Rockefeller sign, or the diamond sign, or the pyramid sign, which also has the Eye of Horus. I mean, Lady Gaga, once again, Jennifer Hudson, Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne is definitely not a proponent of God. He's not a proponent of the Lord Jesus Christ. He's nowhere even close. And, these people talking about they're not going to hell because of the music they make. And actually, that's exactly what you're doing. The word says, if you're not for me, you're against me. And we all have sinned and come short to the glory of God. I'm telling you, I have sinned. I'm going to sin again. But I am God conscious. I am afraid of what the Lord will do. And he tells you what he will do. This is your boy Tone 202. I could go on, but I'm going to post these two videos. I'm going to see what people say and what people think. And if they like what I'm talking about, I will continue. It's your boy Tone 202, signing out once again. Stay in prayer. Protect yourselves. Protect your children. Stay in prayer. Keep your eyes on Jesus the Christ, the God of glory. Goodbye.